Hello, friends. How are you today? I hope that you are well, healthy, happy, striving, surviving. Well, hopefully not just basic surviving, right? Because that puts you in desperation mode to do things that more than likely you don't want to do. So, okay, card flow across the room. Give me a second. Do you find yourself in a place right now where you are stuck, confused, not really sure what's going to happen tomorrow? No worries. Jupiter is entering Aries. And it'll boost you, right? Jupiter in Aries is forceful. It's kind of like an ante up. Anyone remember that song? Yeah, ante up. Get that dude. Ante up. That fool. Get him. Hit him. With him. I believe that's Mob Deep. Well, I remember the Remy Ma verse. Like everybody remembers the Remy Ma verse. So you might want to check that out. It gives very much ante up energy, very much savage. I'm coming for my blessings. You either gonna give them to me or I'm gonna take them from you. Energy. So you may want to check to see where Aries is in your chart, where your Jupiter is, what house and placements, things of that nature. Kind of familiarize yourself with your own chart. I will tell people this before anything else. General readings are great. General information is great. But what you really want is the information that pertains specifically to you and not a lottery, if that makes sense. Because general reads, that's what that is. It's like a lottery, you know. And yeah, some things may resonate, right? And it should, because it's a sign that's relative to you. So some points should resonate. However, getting a personalized chart or do both chart and tarot reading will aid you a lot more, because it'll be more specific to you, right? And no, I don't do those, but you can link up with me, get a 15-minute session, a free consultation. That link is in the description box, and I can lead you to several great, reputable, awesome, kick-ass astrologers and tarot card readers. Okay? Or you can just check them out here on YouTube. I ramble, so if my channel is not for you, it's not for you, you know. My followers get it. People who are subscribed to my channel get it, or maybe they don't. If you don't, why are you here? I don't know. Maybe it's the boobs, maybe it's the mouth. Either way, you know, you might want to check in with yourself about that while you're here, okay? So I've been getting a lot of downloads in regards to, I don't even really like to say downloads, but insight in regards to where the next chapter of the remaining of this year is going for us as a collective and for myself. And it's going to be a lot of eye-opening, like miracle surprises, right? And I hope for most in a great way, moving you and elevating you into the next level, especially if you've been doing the work. And by doing the work, I mean you've been journaling, you've been praying, meditating, sitting with yourself, trying to make the necessary changes that you need to make so that you can have a better life. You know, we as humans talk this game about wanting better, wanting to do better, wishing we had, if I only had this, if I only could do that. And the truth of the matter is you can, and you can. But it requires action on your part. It requires for you to put in something that you wouldn't normally put in. You know, I never thought I could stop smoking weed, but it's very possible. And because of the type of person that I am, I will do something cold turkey just to prove to myself that it never had a hold on me in the first place. Like, this never had a hold on me, so I'm gonna stop doing bop, 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 bop. Right? I'm not in control of it. It is not in control of me. I am in control of it. So I will forcefully do it. Guess what sign that is? Fun facts, okay? Take the bull by the horns, as they say. And same with eating meat and processed foods. It was like, I'm just gonna either not buy groceries at all if I can't get the type of groceries that I want and need, or I'll just start ordering these types of things from these types of places. And slowly but surely, you know, you move into, you look up one day and you're actually living that life. You're actually only eating fruits and vegetables. You're actually budgeting your finances. Before you purchase, you actually wait and pause before you click the Amazon link. You actually wait and pause before you start a new social media platform. You actually wait and pause before you cuss a motherfucker out, pull a Will Smith packet on it. You stop and think about it before you walk up on stage and schmack somebody, right? Or not. Or maybe it's time for someone to be smacked. Okay? Like, either way. Oh, the world is a very interesting place, right? So let's understand that knowing yourself is going to be more important now than ever before, right? Separating yourself from the masses so that you can actually think and process for yourself is going to be more important now than ever, right? These types of things, meaning the panorama and world news and historical events happen for you to intake and think, how much of this do I need to actually be involved in, and what should I be doing to not only protect my energy but strengthen my boundaries and know that this is something I really want in my life. This is something that I do not. Okay? Person, place, or thing. Because only you know, my dear. I do not live with you. I do not know you. I'm sorry. I don't. Okay? But you know what you need. You know what is needed of you, right? And you know what you want and desire for your future. And in knowing that, even if you don't know exactly how to obtain it right in this moment, you know that what you have been doing is not going to get it to you. Is not going to get you where it is that you want to be or want to have. So changes needs to be made, darling. And this is the season to do it. Spring is here. It's spring again. Everybody knows it's spring again, right? So you want to make sure that you are preparing yourself for the spring. Preparing yourself for the harvest season. Yes, it's time to get to work, darling. Get some new gloves, get some new boots, right? Get you some rain gear or whatever you need for the harvest season so that you can chill. In planting season, after you plant, you can chill out, right? Harvest season is when the most work is done. A lot of people are like, oh, you shouldn't be. Yeah, when opportunities are presenting themselves and the money comes and the opportunities come and you have what you need to start a thing, to do a thing, that is when it's time to put the work in. And, you know, I think a lot of us think harvest season is the time to chill out. No, it's time to delegate. It's time to organize. It's time to reevaluate and gather what it is. And now, you know, because at the end of April, baby, the planets are going to go wonky, you know? And the energy, you think the energy is, you know, nice and floaty now, or a little stiff here and there. It's going to really be wonky at the end of April. The retrogrades are coming, the eclipses are coming, and all of that stuff. So you want to use harvest season to kind of prepare for the storm. If that makes sense, I hope I'm making sense to you guys. I try to be relatable. Okay, so we're, you know, the gist. I'm just gonna chat away and touch on these lovely oracle cards, and then we're gonna pull a couple and let source do its thug thizzle. Aging. I am one with unlimited love beyond all seeming restrictions of age. I am filled with joy, energy, and beauty, a vessel for the divine. And you know, I love butterflies is my thing. So, you know, like I said, it's spring. You know, the cocoons are busting open. Aging, going from one stage of life into another, right? And, you know, the decades matter. So from your 20s to your 30s to your 40s to your 50s to your 60s, a lot of things may shift for you. You know, maybe you've completely changed lanes, careers. Since 2019, you may have completely changed states. Maybe you've actually left the country. You know, a lot of people opted to do that. Maybe you've left the country. Maybe you have, you know, started expat work. Maybe you have, you know, had a baby, got married, you know, expanded in your family, in your life, in your love. Either way, right, this is the time for you to evaluate what it is that you are in. And even if you don't have a strategy, start mentally seeing, vocally verbalizing where it is you want to be. Okay? People, we get stuck on the plans. Yeah, I gotta have a plan. It gotta be this. I gotta do it this way. No, you need an outline for sure, right? Maybe a simple essay. I would like to see X, Y, and Z happen. I've been dating so and so. I would like to, you know, expand on that or not. Okay, whatever it may be, only you can make the choices and decisions, and that is where your power lies. That is where the power lies as a human, is in the not having the choice, but making it, because we all have the choice, right? To smack or not to smack, right? To wear weaves or braids, to take the job or start your own business, to have the baby or not, and what type of moves you need to make around that, depending on where you live, right? Because if you're from Texas, you might have to go somewhere else. And on this channel, we all have free will is the will, okay? Free will is the way. Can't no constitution, no contract, no nothing stop your power of choice. Nothing stops your power of choice, okay? No law, no rule, no policy, procedure, regulation can stop your power of choice. Now, the consequence behind your choice. But the choice is always yours, my love. Please know it and note it, okay? This is a fact. Yes. Make it God's. Release the idea of mine. As soon as you start to say the money, the relationship, the job, freedom arrives. When there is no grasping, the right actions get shown. Free me from my prison of my dear Lord. Right. And you know, the I too. I am, it is me. You know, we're having this human experience and being obsessive and possessive about things. Now, I'm not going to say which way is the right way. I'm going to say do what resonates with you is what I'm going to say. You know, some people read a thing and then instill a strong belief in that thing, right? So the power of I am may be your a base in your faith and how you move. So you should exercise that muscle. You should use that muscle. You should continue to express yourself to the divine in the way that makes you comfortable, where it flows with ease. And that way your communication, right, back and forth, it helps with your discernment too. So, and what I mean by that is whatever your language is to source is how source will speak back to you. Okay? It speaks to you, source speaks to you in your language. Okay? Not in a foreign language, but in your language. And all that means to you. That's why some people be like, oh, well, source doesn't know when you're joking. If you have your own personal connection, it does know when you're joking. Now, for people who think source doesn't have a sense of humor, but we are part of source, it's like you can't not, like you have to make that make sense for me. You know, so the way you communicate with source is how source is going to communicate with you. Okay, if you're sarcastic, source is going to be sarcastic. So if you don't really like sarcasm, you might want to cut that out. You know what I'm saying? If you're doing it as a defense mechanism, or you know, that's how you keep the bullies off your back, you might want to find another way to communicate. Because how you communicate is how source is going to communicate to you. Hence why you are a reflection of the things around you, right? Take your relationship, for example. Any relationship that you're in, romantic, friend, would choose the ship. Okay? Choose the ship for yourself. And if you're in it with someone, they will show you things about yourself in the way that you guys connect, right? You're on the same wavelength somewhere, which is why you're on the ship with this person, right? Whether it's family, friends, or whatever. You know, trust keeps coming up. So either you're not trusting or you need to trust more. I know I need to trust more because I trust, but then, you know, when things get a blank slate, when I don't really know what direction things are going in, when I can't really understand some of the steps that is needed for me to take, or I don't even know which steps to take, is when I need to instill trust more. It's like, okay, I trust you, even though I can't see. And it's real hard because I can't see, but I trust you. I trust you, source. I trust you, source, to continue to take care of me. I trust you, source, to keep opening doors for me. I trust you, source, to keep the lines of communication open so that we can understand one another. I trust you, source. I trust you, source. I trust you, right? When love is invited to take over, Right actions arise at the right time. Allow me, dear divine, to wait patiently until timing is right. Let me rest in the unknown until a clear path is shown. And it always does. It always does. You might not like the road you have to go down because it's dark. You can't really see to the left or to the right, but you know this is the road that you're already on it. You kind of want to turn around and go back, but it's kind of like too late. You already like 6 months in, 6 steps down. But like I said, the power of choice. You can always turn around and go back. And if you turn around and go back, know that you're going to have to deal with the fact that you turned around and went back. So you're going to have to climb over some of those obstacles that you just climbed over, but maybe in a different way. And we all would like to think, we all like to think we know the answers. What's the right thing to do? What's the best thing to do? Right? But the truth is, how do we know? Other than the unshattering certainty of the inner feeling, knowing that, yes, this is good for me, no, this is bad for me. But those emotions, those intuitions and nudges don't normally happen until after the decision is made, right? Because you're either happy in it or then you have the regret, like, I kind of should have just not said anything. I kind of should have just put my deposit down. I wish I had gotten that insurance. I opted out. Or I opted for the smaller package when I should have got the fuller package. Right? Not saying that none of those things can be corrected, but they're normally corrected after a thing. Because at the time, you were making the best decision that you feel you should make. What suits you, your family, the surroundings around, what's going to put you in the best position, make you feel accomplished, like you completed a thing, or, put your best foot forward. The only way to know is to make the decision. Trust yourself in the decision-making process. People, trust yourself in the decision-making process. Because if you do not, how do you expect other people to entrust in you if you don't trust the decision yourself? Even if it's, okay, beep. I'm just going to close my eyes and pick one. Right? It is very necessary to not necessarily go with the flow, but entrust your inner knowing to make a decision that is best for you at the time that you have to make the decision. Try to keep your intentions pure. Don't maliciously do it. Oh, let me see how I can twist this in my favor. It's kind of like, just make the decision. What's for you, you will have. Do things that are good for you. Make decisions that are best for you and your family. Whoever can come will come. Whoever can't, won't. And it won't be everybody. But I think you may have learned this so far, or are learning it, right? And there will be more shifts. I tell my kids all the time, you haven't lived enough. There will be more shifts. There will be more ups. There will be more downs. There will be more turnarounds. There will be more obstacles. There will be more decisions to be made. There will be more cars, more whatever, More love, less love, then more love. More money, less money, then more money. There will always be another day. There will always be another hour. Time will continue to go on. You know, whether you regret a decision or not, time will keep moving. And it will push you into things to where whatever decisions you made back then, it will either alter you to make wiser decisions, or to be more patient with yourself in the decision-making process, right? And I understand everybody can't wait 12 months or 6 months or 10 months for you to decide a thing, right? Some things are urgent. But in that urgency, in through your nose, out through your mouth, and ask the divine to lead you in a way that will be the least harmful in that process, right? Things are always working out for my good. I say that every day. Thank you for today. Things are always working out for my good. I appreciate you, Source. I love you, Divine. Thank you, Most High, for working everything out for me, going ahead of me and clearing the path and making it okay. Because we know it will be okay. Right? Financial blessings are right. Well, Jupiter's in Aries. Savage. Aries in any placement is savage. Sorry, it just really is. All my finances are now in divine order. Love itself knows my need. Z with an S. It's needs with an S. Okay. The source, love itself knows my needs and is the source for all. I needn't cling to gain or fear loss. Every need will be met through offering all to the divine. Offer it all to the divine. You know what that reminds me of, this song? Gosh, I wish I knew who sung that. Love me with your whole heart. He wants it all today. Trust me with your life now. He wants it all today. He wants it all today. He wants it all today. He wants it all. Loving you. Oh, something like that. Today. Wants it all today. He wants it all today. He wants it all today. He wants it all. Not just sometimes. Not just when you're in trouble. Not just when you have uncertainty. All the time. Source wants you tapped in, tuned in, turned on at all times. Make time for Source. And Source will make time for you. You guys have a blessed rest of your day. This is your 30-minute chat. And I am out. Be well. Be loved.